Hi, Julie Jones, mental performance coach from SSB Performance, Smarter, Stronger, Better Mindset Training, here with this week's Mindset Made Simple tip of the week. And this week, we're talking about herd immunity and mental performance training. And you're thinking, what do those two things have to do with each other? Well, as we approach July 4th and the goal of getting 70% of our population vaccinated for COVID-19, I just happened upon a passage in a book that I was reading that talked about herd immunity and training or mental training. And what the statement was that we don't have to have 100% participation or, hook, line, and sinker, everyone ready to go and all cheery for anything that we do as leaders or coaches. We have to have herd immunity. We don't have to have everybody. We just have to have enough bodies. So it made me then think about information that I used to share with my team about getting them on board or having our captains help get our team on board or whatever we were working on to implement. We're not going to ever have everybody. It's not going to happen. Unrealistic. But unfortunately, as human beings, we're always focused on those that aren't coming with us. And it changes the way that we do things. Sometimes we shy away from implementing programs because we think, they're not all going to buy this. But now that we're talking about herd immunity every day in relation to COVID, let's talk about herd immunity in the way that we lead. If we can reach herd immunity in mental performance training, there are huge benefits. But here's the truth of it. 40% of people are with us. They'll do what we want. They're into it. They'll participate. They'll add to the discussion. They're there. So that's good, 40%. 40% are sort of in the middle. They could go either way. If they're led by a certain direction, they might go that way. If they're led in this direction, they might go that way. So we've got 40% that are in the middle. They're there. They may not be as enthusiastic as that first 40%, but they're there. And then we've got 20% not with us. And that is life in everything we do. Think about all the teams you've led. 40%, yes, coach, we're there. 40%, okay, I got it. Okay, today I got it. Today I'm not so sure. And 20%, you can buy them ice cream every day. You're never going to get them on board. But we are wired to worry about that 20%, and it changes the way we act with the other 80. In mental performance, if we can get the 40 that are there on board, and we can work on that 40 in the middle, that could give us 80% of our program dedicated to being better in their mental peak performance. And let's talk about what that looks like. Research shows that if we can change the way that we talk to ourselves, if we can take non-productive thoughts and turn them into productive thoughts or replace them with productive thoughts, we can increase our performance by 11%. What is 11% times 40% even, or up to 80%? What kind of an impact can that have on our program? The next question is then, what can we do with our program and what benefits will we see if they're using visualization as a tool on a regular basis? We talked a couple weeks ago about the free throw shooters. They got better by 24% by actually shooting the ball. The people that visualized it got better by 23%. There was a 1% difference between the two groups. And of course, the group that did nothing, that must have been that other 20% because they didn't get any better. They didn't do anything. They don't deserve to get better. That's how life works, right? We know that as coaches. But what benefits can we see if 40%, 50, 60, 70, 80% of our athletes use visualization and there's that much power in that tool? So the question is that I get from so many coaches, how can we get kids to buy in? How do we get those that we lead to buy in? We don't have to have everybody to buy in. And if we're shying away from implementing a program because we're afraid that everyone's not going to buy in, then we're doing a disservice, because all we need is herd immunity. Think about what 11% production in peak performance, or the difference in that 1% between actual physical work and visualization work, those benefits could be huge. So my challenge to you is to think about, in everything that you're implementing, how will you go about implementing something new? What's your mindset shift going to be? How are you going to get away from that negativity bias that we are wired with to worry about that 20%? How can our change of focus, our change of perspective to lead that 40% and then attack that middle 40? And we're going to see if we can